Titans in here. And a full of only the one that they pulled away at Solara that they looked the strongest. On Purgatory, I thought they were about to pull away a back, but it just wasn't their day. We're gonna have a little interview here with the Buriram Esports player, so we'll throw you guys onto that. Tash and I will catch you guys tomorrow.
Hello everyone, we are back on stage. I'm Carol Bombshell and I'm happy to be here with this beautiful lady, Lacey. And we got Wasana here. Let's very interesting. Team at EWC 2025. How does this affect your team to come here this year?
ก็ใน EWC 2025 นะครับ performance ของทั้งของน้องวัฒนาฮะแล้วก็ทีมบุรีรัมย์เนี่ยค่อนข้างออกไปในทางด้านของน่าผิดหวังนะฮะไม่ว่าในเรื่องของ performance แล้วก็ทั้งตัวผู้เล่นเองแล้วก็หรือว่าทางผู้ชมก็ตามคิดว่ามันมีผลต่อ performance ของเราในปีนี้บ้างยังไงบ้างไหมฮะ
ขออีกรอบได้ไหมครับ
performance ของเราในปี EWC 2025 ครับผมมันค่อนข้างออกไปทางหน้าผิดหวังนะฮะคิดว่ามันมีผลอะไรกับในปีนี้บ้างไหมฮะ
ผมว่าน่าจะตอนนั้นน่าจะแบบว่าเล่นไม่ได้เองเฉยๆครับแบบเหมือนยังอยู่ในช่วงที่แบบฟอร์มตัวเองไม่ได้ดีด้วยคิดว่าก็เดือนผมจำคำถามไม่ได้
Okay, let me repeat it again for you. No worries. ในปี EWC 2025 ครับผม performance ของทางน้องวัฒนาแล้วก็ในตัวทีมบุรีรัมย์เนี่ยฮะค่อนข้างออกไปทางหน้าผิดหวังนะฮะคิดว่ามันมีผลอะไรบ้างกับปีนี้ครับผม
สำหรับผมว่ามันก็แบบเหมือนตอนที่ช่วงที่เราพลาดก็เหมือนให้ประสบการณ์กับเรามากกว่าครับก็มันทำให้แบบปีนี้เราโตขึ้นด้วยแบบมีประสบการณ์มากขึ้นว่าโอเคเราเล่นแบบนั้นไม่ได้นะเล่นแบบนี้ไม่ได้ใช่เหมือนแบบเป็นประสบการณ์ให้เรามากกว่าครับในช่วงที่แบบมันน่าผิดหวัง
Yeah, I think in EWC 2025 we are quite underperformance below our standard, but with that failure we study through it and we think that we study from the failure. That's what made it through EWC 2026 performance.
Wow, amazing. Great answer, Osana.
Well, I mean, you've turned things around now because let's forget about 2025 because we are here in 2006 and you guys have done such an incredible performance. Now, Wasana, I want you to talk us through match number 5 when your team was in a 1v1 against AGAL, probably your biggest competitor in this lobby. How did that make you guys feel?
ก็อยากสอบถามในแมตช์ที่5นะครับในเกมที่5ในตอนที่เราเล่นแข่งต้อง 1v1 กับตัว AGAL นะฮะตอนนั้นมีอะไรเข้ามาในหัวบ้างครับ
ก็แบบว่ามันไหลมาทั้งเกมแล้วครับพอเจอไฟนั้นต่อให้แบบเราจะเสียเปรียบตอนเหลือ 4-3 แล้วก็มุมมันดีกว่าด้วยตอนนั้นไม่ได้คิดอะไรเลยเพราะว่าในทีมมันแบบใจมันกำลังมากันทุกคนเลยใช่ครับ
Yeah, I think we just go with the flow of the game, and it's I think we have a better angle, so that's what lead to the final result.
Okay, amazing. Okay, Wasana, for us to finish, I'm very curious to know about the teams that have threatened you this today, because we have top 5 teams in Group A that are doing very well, and I want to know which teams can be a threat for Buriram.
ก็ในผลของการแข่งขันวันนี้นะฮะก็ท็อป 5 ตอนนี้เนี่ยก็ค่อนข้างผลออกมาค่อนข้างแบบว่าชัดเจนแล้วนะฮะคิดว่าในท็อป 5 เนี่ยฮะทีมไหนเป็นทีมที่ค่อนข้างน่ากลัวที่สุดในมุมมองของบุรีรัมย์ครับ
คือสำหรับผมทีมไทยน่ากลัวหมดทุกทีมครับผมให้ทีมไทยเป็นเต็งหนึ่งทุกรายการเลยสำหรับผม
Yeah, in my opinion, every single Thai team in this tournament is one of the scariest teams. So I would say every Thai team.
ใช่
Only Thai?
เราด้วยครับ
Brazil. I knew it.
Well, I mean, look, all these teams have had an exceptional day today, but of course, Buriram United, and we are here with Wasana, and you have showcased absolute brilliance throughout this entire match, and I feel like other teams should be scared. You should not be scared of any Brazil teams at this moment, especially Loud. I know she's going to hate me after this one, but congratulations again on today's performance, and especially in that last match where you've just completely taken over, the top of the leaderboard there. But I think, we're going to get things off running. We're going to take a short little moment and, of course, be back with some more exciting Free Fire.
Human body was built to move. Not trapped at a desk in one singular posture for 12 hours a day. It's time your chair evolved. This is Secret Lab Titan Evo. Ergonomically engineered for you, gamers, hybrid workers, artists, backing your every move.
If there was any question, the reigning champions of the Free Fire World Series Global Finals 25 showed up today because they got 3 booyahs. Not just 1, not just 2, 3. Honestly, we were talking about consistency early on, right, Neptune? I don't think we were expecting this type of consistency.
I do agree. I mean, it's at some point, even in Southeast Asia, Burma doesn't show up this much in the first day. But I think with the failure they have, and it was mentioned in the interview as well, they failed so many times before, and they don't want to risk it. They just want to bring the numbers. So that's 3 out of 6 and a back-to-back to boot.
I mean, Husky, how are you feeling about this squad?
I think, BRU, like Neptune has said, right, usually on day one, they are the slower team. They're the team that goes into the science lab, they do a bit of litmus test, figure out the variables, come up with a hypothesis, and then they figure out how to win from the day 2 onwards. But maybe because we only have 2 days of group stage, they decide to come in, nitro charge, kick in the gear 5, and just take over the lobby, which brings me back to BRU back in 2022 at their prime, where every single round, they are always going all out.
And I'm gonna go with you this one, Lucifer, because Team Falcons, I mean, this squad didn't look like they were gonna show up today. And on the final game, they definitely showed up.
I think it took some time for them to recover in the earlier games while we ended up seeing Gun Dynasty. They picked up big time. I think out of the box of a surprise, Gun Dynasty and especially Pehle, he went all out. We saw his amazing hits coming through. He was the storm today that nobody was prepared for.
And I'm looking at 5th place, Loud Snickers. I mean, they ended up with 2 booyahs, but being that many points away from Buriram, yeah, you are kind of close and you are outside of the top 4. Remember, the top 4 after tomorrow will be going directly to the Champions Rush Finals. How are we feeling about this squad?
I don't know. I mean, for Loud Stickers, I think they have the numbers. They brought in the consistency. They can get, 3, if not 4 out of 6 games that they can get in top 12. It's more of the elimination that they're not getting. They are still playing it slow. And I was expecting in the beginning, yes, that was strategy. But even towards the end, because of how aggressive everyone is right now, the warm-up is over. Like, first 2 games, the warm-up is over, and they was just stunned. They don't know what to do because there's a lot of teams waiting for them to the final circle.
I mean, teams that needed to warm up but weren't really warming up how we expected them to are currently on the second page. Lucifer, we're looking at Team Apex Gaming. You're 43 points. Right now, I think they're going to have to start changing their mentality from going directly to the grand finals to now just wanting to go to survival.
I agree completely on that. I think Team Apex Gaming, they need that little momentum shift, which is not seen yet. But one thing did happen. There was a little surge that we ended up seeing where Shoto went on a head-on with Falcons, got that win. I think that has to happen a lot more frequent, and that is the reason when you asked me earlier, I was mentioning that Tag will pick it up, but doubtful if today, because it is not an environment that they're used to. So now that they've finally had a taste of the Esports World Cup stage, they might pick it up tomorrow and might have a small challenge towards the top 4.
Oh, I know. India, especially Tag fans. Tag on top would love that. And I mean, we're looking at Evils, the reigning champions at EWC. Husky, they started off hot and they were consistent, but they just weren't able to meet what Buriram was able to do.
Yeah, but I think, for a lot of Evils fans, this is considered better than what we've seen in the past almost 1 full year since 2025. After they won Riyadh, they had quite the slump. They went through a lot of challenges, and we even heard them talking during the interviews that they are just trying to figure things out. They're trying out different styles. So we came into today not expecting Evo to do it that well. We were expecting them maybe to finish the top 6, and then maybe tomorrow they turn it up. But to finish in 4th place and have consistent booyahs, or at least getting one booyah, just one booyah, is already above beyond the expectations we have.
And it's kind of scary too, I mean, for some of these squads that are performing the way that they currently are, because we talked about it earlier too, right? We talked about how some of these squads are just compacting and making sure that the top is very top heavy in regards to points, sponging a lot of those points from the bottom teams. And somebody needs to do something tomorrow to make sure they stop them. We had one team with 3 booyahs, one team with 2 booyahs, and another one with 1. I mean, you need to find a way to get those booyahs.
But I think though, despite of not getting booyahs, we're looking at Gun Dynasty as well as AGAL. I mean, no booyahs, no problem for the moment, for this stage, because they have been consistent in getting all those eliminations, especially with Gun Dynasty. They have been proactive every time, every match, and even if there's a risk, they have already stacked up a lot of those eliminations already and all those points. Although this first 6 games, that I think they're risking, like they can risk at least 1 game to go down, and then following, they will still have that top.
Yeah, I think even coming into this, right, the meta has shifted more towards prioritizing